Welcome to the Easy Money series. This is your host, Paul. So let me tell you about this Easy Money series. So this is going to be a journey on how we can grow an account from the ground up. So a little bit about this account. I started this account earlier this year with $1,000, and then I added $100 per week. And the brokerage account I'm using is Webull. And I chose this one because it's easy to use, and then you can dollar cost average in the stocks or buy fractional shares. So you don't have to have all the money up front. So let's get into it. So when we look at the total account value, I'm sitting at $7,200, and this 504 is the total gains. So as a whole, we're up 9.4%. And let's look at some of the assets that I hold in here. And so when I'm building an account, I want to be as safe as possible, but I want it to be as impactful as possible. So I believe in having a starting five. So I'm going to do 2 ETFs. Got 2 ETFs here. And then I like to have 3 individual stocks. Now, if you see here, I have a couple more than just 3 individual stocks. But if you're going to come off the bench and play for me, you have to be a star. So let's get into it. So the first stock I have here is Meta, formerly known as Facebook. And we all pretty much are familiar with Meta and Facebook and what they have to offer as far as the social media platforms. So I love Meta. Some of their products are, like I said, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp. They make so much money in revenue from advertisement because most people are on their phones, and it's just an easy way to get in front of people. The management team, they know what they're doing. They're pretty solid. And they have a monster of a balance sheet. Low debt, a lot of cash, so they got enough money to weather any kind of storm. When we move on to Eli Lilly. Now, Eli Lilly is a beast. So this is a pharmaceutical company, and their big product right now is Ozempic. And so the weight loss drugs are pretty trendy at the moment. They also came out with this Alzheimer's drug that's getting approved that should help with that disease process. That's a good thing. Same thing, like they have a lot of cash, low debt, growing at a crazy rate. I like it. Now when we look at Amazon, most of us know what Amazon is and what they do, and familiar with the commerce business, and probably get a bunch of packages sent to your house. But also they have what's called Amazon Web Services. So that's part of their cloud business that they're growing consistently. E-commerce business is growing consistently. Great management team over that way. So it's all good over here. One of my favorites right here is NVIDIA. Now, NVIDIA is still a growth beast. It's ran up quite a bit this year, but it still has a long way to go. When we look at the future of AI and any kind of technological advances, we all have to go through NVIDIA for this. So NVIDIA has the GPUs, or the chips that power a lot of these computing devices. So I personally think that quantum computing is going to be the next race after we talk about AI, and I still think NVIDIA is going to be at the forefront. Even if some of their competitors, or I will say actually, even if some of their customers, even if they decide to make chips of their own, they're so far behind NVIDIA, and NVIDIA has so much talent, so much money that they can keep advancing what they're doing. And they also have a data center business, which is growing crazy. So I think they're here to stay. And then my favorite stock of all, Microsoft. So a lot of us are familiar with the Microsoft Office products. So they got the hardware and they got a software business. They got a cloud business as well. They do the gaming So Xbox is something that they own. It's a solid stock. They're never in the news for anything bad. They grow consistently. A lot of cash on hand. They can buy their competition or if anybody's approaching them. But I just love them. Solid business model. Just solid management team. Solid across the board. And then when we look at the last two I have here, now this is my stability here. So these are two different Vanguard ETFs. This VUG, that's a Vanguard Growth ETF. So it's going to house a lot of technology companies under that umbrella. And then VOO is a S&P 500 ETF. And it has some of the top, it has the top 500 companies under that umbrella. And so the way I like to structure my account is I'm using my ETFs more like a savings account. But then I'm using my individual stocks to just go out there and let the dollars make more dollars. Just sending an army of dollars out there to recruit another army of dollars back to me. And as you see, the growth here is higher in most of these individual stocks than the ETFs. And when you look at the percentage gains, I have nothing to complain about here. But we're just getting started. So when the account hits a little closer to 8,000, somewhere between 8,000 and 10,000, I'll probably start adding options into this. But I just kind of want to get you guys to see that just by being consistent and investing, over time you can grow your money. And we're just getting started with this. So if you guys made it to the end of the video and enjoy content like this, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And until the next time,